Get this, the average 80-year-old goes to bed a full 2 hours earlier than the average 20-year-old. I mean, 2 whole hours. That's not just a tiny shift, right? That's a huge change in the entire rhythm of someone's life.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? We've all got that relative who seems to be running on a completely different time zone, ready to call it a night, when for others, the evening is just getting started. So why? Is it just a habit they picked up, or is there something, deeper going on?
Well, welcome to Sleepedia. This is our little corner of the internet, and it's all about the science of sleep and circadian rhythms. In today's explainer, we are going to get to the bottom of why our sleep patterns can change so dramatically as we get older, and more importantly, what on earth we can do about it.
Okay, let's just dive right in. To really get it, we first need to understand what these changes actually look and feel like, because it's so much more than just an earlier bedtime.
I mean, the difference here is pretty stark. On one hand, you've got your typical 20-year-old. They usually have a later bedtime, they get these long, beautiful stretches of deep, restorative sleep, and they don't wake up much. Now, compare that to an 80-year-old. Their sleep schedule has shifted earlier. Their sleep is also way lighter, which means they're more easily woken up by little sounds. And it's often what we call fragmented. They wake up multiple times a night. And of course, that can leave you feeling pretty drowsy and just plain tired the next day.
So, what is the culprit behind this huge shift in our sleep? Well, the answer is hiding deep inside our brains. It's this tiny but incredibly powerful timekeeper that's basically running the whole show.
We all have one. It's our biological clock, or if you want to get fancy, our circadian rhythm. Think of it as the master conductor of your body's orchestra. It tells you when to feel sleepy, when to be alert, when to eat. It even manages your body temperature over a roughly 24-hour cycle. It's just an amazing piece of natural engineering, really.
So here's a good way to think about it. Picture a finely tuned mechanical clock with all its little gears. Well, just like any machine, those gears can start to wear down over the years. As we get older, our biological clock just can't send out its signals with the same oomph or the same perfect timing it used to. The commands get a little weaker, a little fuzzier, and the timing gets just a bit off.
In this aging clock, it has a direct impact on the chemical messengers that are in charge of our sleep, our hormones. There are 2 key players in this story whose schedules get totally thrown off.
So let's meet our 2 signals. First up, you've got melatonin, the hormone of darkness. This is your body's official night signal. It starts to rise in the evening and basically tells your brain, hey, it's time to wind down. Its counterpart is cortisol. That's your daytime signal. Cortisol levels spike in the morning to get you up, alert, and ready to take on the day. And this is exactly where that aging clock makes its presence felt. In older adults, the release of both melatonin and cortisol shifts earlier. That melatonin peak hits sooner in the evening, which is why you might start feeling sleepy at 9 p.m. But on top of that, the signals themselves actually get weaker. The peaks aren't as high and the valleys aren't as low. It's a more flattened out signal. And that contributes to that lighter, more easily disturbed sleep we talked about.
Okay, I know this might all be sounding a little discouraging, but here is the really good news. While we can't exactly turn back time on our internal clock, we can absolutely help it keep better time. We are not powerless in this, and it all starts with some simple, consistent daily habits. The whole key here is to actively strengthen your circadian rhythm. Getting bright light, especially sunlight, first thing in the morning, that is the most powerful signal you can possibly send to your brain that says, okay, the day has started. Keeping your meal times pretty regular and getting some moderate exercise also provide really strong timing cues for your body. And you know this one, avoiding that blue light from our phones and screens before bed helps your brain produce melatonin right on schedule.
Now, beyond our daily routines, the actual environment where we sleep plays a massive role. So let's talk about how to build the perfect bedroom for a fantastic night's rest.
These 4 steps are your foundation. First, make your room as dark as you possibly can. I mean, pitch black. Light is the enemy of melatonin. Second, keep it cool. Your body temperature actually needs to drop to help you fall asleep, and a cool room really helps that process along. Third, keep it quiet. Remember, as we get older, we get more sensitive to noise, so earplugs or a white noise machine can be an absolute game changer. And finally, just make sure your bed is actually comfortable and supportive for you.
So let's just bring it all home. Yes, it's true, aging naturally shifts our internal clock, and it changes our sleep.
But understanding why this is happening is the huge first step toward taking back some control. The small, consistent habits we build and the sleep sanctuary we create can have a really profound impact on the quality of our rest, no matter our age.